Thank you. Andy Hoover.
Good evening. My name is Andy Hoover, and I have two children at Deerpark this year. You just heard from one of them. You've heard me speak previously regarding the Deerpark Anderson Mill walk route, and that's my topic tonight. Now, one of two things is going on here. Either, number one, this walking route has serious safety issues that should be addressed, or number two, the route is intrinsically safe, and I'm simply an over-concerned parent. Okay? For student safety, I hope the latter is the case and that I'm just an over-concerned parent. However, I don't believe that the route is safe, and I'd like to review the available data with you tonight. Anderson Mill is a high-traffic 5-lane road which connects US 183 and Palmer Lane. As you know, the sidewalk abuts Anderson Mill. There's no strip of grass, no shoulder between students and traffic. 2/3 of the 1-mile walking path has no safety railing between the walkers and Anderson Mill. This portion of the path is not in the school zone. It's got 40-plus mile-an-hour traffic. We've seen a case where various obstacles like a construction sign cause even the most careful walkers to be just 3 inches from traffic. The IMT apartment complex exit that students need to cross by averages 1 car every 22 seconds intersecting the walkers with peak rates, 1 minute peak rates of up to 1 car every 10 seconds. Students cross this traffic outside of the school zone with no traffic controls. The intersection of Anderson Mill and Amasia has similar traffic rates, although there's at least a stop sign on Amasia. There's a push cross button at Morris Road and Anderson Mill. It doesn't work. When you push the button, the light never goes red. Will some of our Deerpark students get confused when they push that button? It says push to cross, and they try to cross unsafely anyway, going across Anderson Mill. What about the students that are walking north of Anderson Mill? They've got to walk a mile before there's any safe crossing available to cross that street. Are they going to see their friends walking a mile on the south side and be tempted to run across to walk with their friends? A mile's a long way to go to see your friends standing on the other side of the road there. Car-bike collisions on this route have taken the life of one student 5 years ago and nearly another student 3 months ago. Both were traveling to Deerpark or from Deerpark when the collisions occurred. I ask you, were these students the most skilled bicyclists, and were they following the most strict safety standards? I suppose they probably weren't. But then again, that's going to be true of our typical middle schooler traveling along this route. I'd like to think that we live in a perfect world. However, the reality is we're going to have, starting Tuesday, 200 Deerpark walkers and bikers, many tuned in only to their iPods. They're intersecting substantial traffic outside of the school zone with no traffic controls. They're going to have distracted drivers talking on their cell phones intersecting them. I ask you to make a determination. Do these facts substantiate an unsafe route, or am I an overly concerned parent? As a parent of children unaffected by the bus elimination, I'll state as objectively as I can that I believe this route is unsafe. If you agree, I ask you to act with urgency to make the route safe. Thanks.
Thank you. Ted Flores.
Good evening. My name is Ted Flores. Thank you for your time. The message is simple. Please bring the bus service back to Deerpark. We need it. The children need it. Thank you.
Thank you. Tiffany Sloan.
Hello, my name is Tiffany Sloan, and I am a mother of twin 5th graders attending Pond Springs Elementary next year. And they are scheduled to attend Deerpark Middle School. And we live in the neighborhood of Millwood, which at this time will not receive bus service. I strongly oppose this position by the Board of Trustees in cutting bus service to Millwood and encourage you to reconsider this position. In 1999, My family suffered an unthinkable tragedy that to this day still haunts us with the what ifs and how this could have happened. My 11-year-old sister, Katie, and her friend made a split decision that impacted 3 families and forever changed our lives. Katie and her friend were crossing a busy road, much like Anderson Mill, and both girls were struck by a van. My sister's friend died at the scene, and my sister died several hours later. The girls had been playing with a basketball that had crossed the road, and they followed after it. My parents had taught my sister to look both ways, to watch for oncoming traffic, to be aware of surroundings, and she acted impulsively, resulting in a decision that cost her her life. My sons were 10 days old when this tragedy occurred, and it's still to this day, there's never a day where I'm not fearful of something happening to them. I firmly believe that the safety of my sons will be compromised if they're forced to walk up and down Anderson Mill Road to attend middle school. I'm a working mother, and I work downtown, and unfortunately I do not have the ability to have flexible hours which would accommodate me dropping them off at 8:15 or picking them up at 3:30. I personally know only a few parents that have the ability to meet these timeframes and still maintain a full-time job. As a parent, I feel I have a duty to ensure my children are safe. And as a steward of education and a representative of Round Rock RRISD, I feel as a board member, you also have the duty to keep our children safe. The duty to our children involves constant diligence and many times making decisions for our children because they lack the maturity to make the right choices. As the story of my sister poignantly represents, the wrong decision made in a second can cost their child their life and a permanent scar on all involved. As stewards of education, do you want to be known for the decision to cut bus service that could result in the death of one of your students? I will now leave you with some sobering statistics and are provided to you according to the 2000 traffic safety facts provided by the National Highway Transportation. In 2007, children 15 and younger accounted for 8% of the pedestrian fatalities and 23% of all pedestrians injured in traffic crashes. NASA estimates 9,000 pedestrians injured in 2007 were in the age group of 10 to 15. 155 of those were killed. Thank you.